Pro-Am Runabout.
Oh my goodness, the holders. You guys took a beating down there. Oh my goodness. All that horsepower blew our holders backwards into the water. It probably feels good. Everybody okay down there?
Rick, which Lezcano is out front?
The fast one. They're all fast.
Unbelievably fast on this boat.
Juan Lezcano on that Kaza carbon fiber hulled Yamaha 1800cc turbocharged power plant. And that thing is absolutely ballistic.
It's spectacular. Behind him, Claude Clayton with, I believe, a supercharged also Kaza hulled machine.
So that turbo Yamaha that Lezcano's on is probably putting out somewhere in the 600 horsepower range. Think about that for a second on a 600-pound craft. Most people's cars put out a couple hundred horsepower.
That's 10 Volkswagen Bugs.
I'd rather.
Yeah, we don't like to have a Bug anymore.
I'll take a bus.
I used to have one.
A bus?
Just like your 650. Shouldn't have sold it.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay, Lezcano making short work of the racetrack here at Hartwell, and here comes Claude Clayton. Claude on a little more of a traditional Sea-Doo. Believe that's a supercharged Rotax motor with a Kaza hull, it looks like.
Well, look, Rick, I'm doing the math here, looking at it. If Lezcano stays where he's at, Claude Clayton stays where he's at, and notice Lezcano taking the Joker boy.
Yeah, he did.
And there
so
goes Claude Clayton. Yeah. Torrey Snyder probably going to take it too. But if those two stay that way, they will be tied on points. But Lezcano will get the win, the third and final moto.
Thank you, my moto sensei.
Say. Konnichiwa, Ricky-san.
See. Yes.
Time he comes through, it's just awe-inspiring.
The way his body moves around, he reminds me of a body. You know, the great French rider. His body rides ballistic like that. He's got that that wild, loose style, and the force of these GP skis just makes their heads wobble, their bodies move around. The G-forces are tremendous.
I got to say this to you, Rick. I found this out just about a year ago, that there was a really thin young man and his dad that shared the same 785 Pro Polaris. And neither one of them ever came off. And it was amazing to me because the kid had arms the size of my little finger, you know. He just wasn't that strong yet. They told me, oh yeah, we had metal hooks inserted into our wetsuits and holes in the boat that we just stuck him in at the line. And I'm like, you're so lucky to still have your legs.
Yeah.
Both of you.
I believe that, though, because that's kind of stuff people did back then.
Yeah. Watch your back.
Especially Polaris riders. They were very creative.
They had to be.
It was a different group of people that came from Polaris. A lot of them snowmobile racing backgrounds.
Oh yeah.
That came into the sport at that time.
Any Darren Hedlund, you know?
Yeah. And they had just a different mentality about racing.
Well, they had the right mentality for racing, but they hadn't worked with water yet. So. Well, they could make the engines.
They worked with frozen water, fine.
Right,
yeah. It was the melted stuff, not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's funny because Juan Lezcano reminds me of John Baptiste Body so much.
Right.
I don't know if he's as good as Body because Body is one of the great riders in the world.
Yeah.
But and I don't want to compare anybody to anybody in that regard unless they go heads up. But just his style kind of reminds me of him.
Yes, similar riding style. Torrey Snyder, he'll still here in third place. We got Arnold Martinez about to get lapped out there.
Well, poor Arnold out there on a relatively stuck Yamaha Runabout. And I mean, you're out there with the likes of Lezcano and Claude Clayton on these true GP boats. One more time. You get to watch, I almost said body, Lezcano and Claude Clayton just absolutely rip around this racetrack on these GP runabouts, putting out tremendous amount of horsepower on very lightweight boats. And they are a treat to watch, because this is the upper end of pro watercross racing runabout style you're seeing right here. These boats get it on. Need a holder down in the line, please. Can we get a holder? Anybody want to step in and give this? Yeah, thank you, sir. Good job. Real treat to watch these high-end runabouts race at this level, because the horsepower these guys are putting out on these lightweight boats, and you can see how hard it is for them to hang on to them. They've got a big bolster in the back of the seat so they can stay on the boat. Otherwise, it's really difficult to hang on. And these things are 0 to 80 miles an hour in a matter of a few seconds. Juan Lezcano, 777, riding for the Miami Jetski Liquimali Hydro Coco team on that absolutely wicked Yamaha-powered watercraft that's a turbocharged 1800cc Yamaha. And the trick with these GP boats is to keep them running for 3 motos in a day. And it's not easy putting out the type of horsepower these boats put out. You know, you hear a lot of talk on forums and on, online about how fast my ski goes, how, all that stuff that everybody likes to engage in. And when you come out and see something like this, it just is a game changer completely, and the whole perspective changes. Of course, these boats are only made to go 3 motos in a day, and that's it. You're not going to take these on a casual ride too often up and down the lake or the river. White flag out, 1 lap to go for Lezcano. Claude Clayton trying to maintain the pace behind him. Claude, a very fine rider out of Tupelo, Mississippi, riding for Pacifico Beer, Slippery Wetsuits, Oakley, and Judge Motorsports. But it's been all Juan Lezcano today on that violently fast Yamaha GP boat. 1800 cc's of turbocharged horsepower. Coming around the final turns. Got 1 left, 1 right, and he'll take the checkered flag, unofficially the overall win for today. In Pro Runabout GP, Juan Lezcano. Claude Clayton going to take second. Torrey Snyder. And wow, That is amazing.